This has me pissed off. Listen to this take from the WNBA champion.
The Caitlin Clark fans, I think they wanted to latch on to Caitlin Clark and then use her as, like, I guess, like this fuel to be able to be representation of their racism and you know, like their view on the world.
First thing Caitlin Clark fans want is her not to be severely injured leaving the game in an ambulance. When she has success or signs a shoe deal, we don't want to hear it's because of white privilege. We don't want you to give her Rookie of the Year award to somebody that can't make a layup. We just want the commissioner to tell the referees to call the game fair. That's
No,
it.
She's actually not racist. And so now they have to kind of like backtrack and...
No crap, she's not racist. She's a genuine person. She's a light to the world, an example to the younger generation, and gets hated on and treated like crap because of it. I would like to hear the words sorry and thank you, Caitlin Clark, for single-handedly saving the WNBA.
You know what? Caitlin Clark is definitely the biggest thing to happen to women's basketball in a really long time. The Caitlin effect made the WNBA get way more viewers than ever before, but sadly, even though she got lots of fans, she also got picked on by bullies, so much that she has decided something big about her WNBA career. And now NBA superstar Steph Curry has had to say something about it. Come with me as I tell you what Steph Curry thinks about Caitlin leaving the WNBA. Lots of bullies. Caitlin Clark is what everyone's talking about. This new player has changed women's basketball like nobody else. She brought attention and millions of dollars to the game. But here's the crazy part. Her being famous and super good at basketball made many people mad at her instead of people celebrating the new player for what she did for women's basketball. She got bullied her whole first year. She got hit, slammed, pushed, and insulted all season by older players, WNBA legends, and people on TV. Get this, a whole 177% of all the really bad fouls in the 2024 WNBA season were done against this new player. Now, you should know that in competitive sports, it's pretty normal for every new player to get tested. The older players want to see if they deserve to play in the league. But the way Caitlin was tackled and picked on was demeaned to just be a test. It was the really cruel kind of treatment that they said was just tough defense. But surprisingly, it didn't do anything but hurt the new player instead of making her mad like they wanted. Take the Seattle Storm as a good example of teams trying to hurt Caitlin Clark. To make her angry, center Ezzie Magbeger went into block this Caitlin shot, but she didn't just miss the ball, she whacked the new player in the head.
Seattle, and all of a sudden, we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44-2.
Obviously, it would be easy to think this play was just good defense. But Magbeger came at Caitlin's drive really hard. It was a dangerous crash because she didn't jump for the ball, but hit Caitlin's head instead. Shockingly, this wasn't even called a foul. And while it might not have been obvious at the time that the team was trying to make Caitlin react badly, when Seattle Storm's backup guard and veteran Victoria Vivians got into a fight with the new player. At first, it looked like just petty trash talking, but the new player had to admit that she lost it at that moment because she kept getting hammered over and over.
I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a text too. Like, I don't know.
The situation shockingly only got calmed down because the referee called a double technical foul. The 30-year-old Vivians kept going at the 22-year-old guard. Vivians used to play for the Indiana Fever and was clearly trying to mess with Caitlin. Here, while she almost succeeded, this was shockingly how the Seattle Storm acted all season long. Late in the season, six-time All-Star Skylar Diggins-Smith seems to purposely crash into Caitlin Clark after the Fever beat the Storm. The shove might look like nothing, even though Skylar Diggins sped up to make contact with her. But it was unnecessary, and it has been the pattern so far last season, where WNBA players saw Caitlin as an easy target. Unfortunately, while some teams were just trying to trick the guard, others were clearly trying to hurt her. And what better team than the Chicago Sky that drafted her rival and fellow rookie Angel Reese? The infamous Chennedy Carter shove caused worldwide discussion and showed light on how the league was bullying the new player.
And Clark. I mean, that's clear all which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
But it's important to know that just 13 games into her WNBA career, Caitlin Clark was getting whacked by her fellow rookie like this.
Kicking it out, Evans fakes the three, takes the two, and knocks it down. A lot of times, 50-50.
And like this.
Now, I believe to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go to the monitor to review this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Not many people know that Angel Reese stood up to celebrate Kennedy Carter, violently shoving Caitlin Clark.
Is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
In any case, Kennedy and Angel Reese aside, the rest of the team seemed to be on it about hurting Caitlin Clark, because all 4 of the 5 really bad fouls done to the guard in the 2021 season were from the Chicago Sky players. Here is Sky guard Diamond Deshields doing a reckless foul on Caitlin on her way to the basket.
Here's Clark for 29 points, gets tripped up. Want to welcome in our Ion audience who are watching Minnesota and Dallas. Indiana Fever in the Chicago Sky here from Wintrust Arena. The Fever really stretched out this one.
Surely that's not a basketball play in any book. Unfortunately, Caitlin didn't just suffer bullying on the court, but also off it. She was insulted all season by WNBA players and veterans on social media, and yet she kept it professional. Chicago Sky's Kennedy Carter, who shoved her, called her out online asking what Caitlin brings to the table besides being able to shoot 3-pointers. While Connecticut Sun star Dejanai Carrington questioned the 22-year-old rookie's professionalism, even going as far as to claim her silence is a luxury. WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops called her a bully despite Caitlin being at the receiving end of several hard fouls.
But with Angel, she's rugged, right? She's a rugged girl, right? She's built for trying to bully. She's a bullier, right? No one feels sorry for the bullier.
She's not a bully. She's not a bully.
Oh, you probably just never seen the poster. She's bullying the veterans.
She's not a bully. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about bullies, we can talk about every time Caitlin has the ball, she pushes off.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, like.
But she has that advantage.
Fox Sports' Joy Taylor lied on national TV that Caitlin was unknown and was only made famous by Angel Reese after they faced each other in the 2023 NCAA championship.
We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese walked up to her, did this, and pointed to the ring. This is not my opinion. I lived it. I watched it. It was recorded. It was broadcasted live. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before that moment.
Sports journalist Monica Judge even went as far as to call Caitlin the white damsel in distress in the WNBA before taking a subtle jab at her on Twitter, when she tweeted, "Caitlin Clark is the Taylor Swift of women's basketball. No, I will not." Elaborate. TV host Sunny Hostin also reduced her success and fame across the world to white privilege and her sexuality, saying,
But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive.
And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ community. This bullying was on all fronts and all season, unfortunately. A young lady like Caitlin Clark can only take so much, and it seems she is making a huge decision about her future in the WNBA going forward. So big that NBA superstar Steph Curry has come out to address it. What Steph Curry thinks be now. It should be common knowledge that the closest comparison to Caitlin Clark's impact on the game is NBA superstar Steph Curry. Her playing style and threes are just as similar to Steph Curry's, with the Warriors guard even admitting that they both have the same release time and range.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star, she's a game changer. Her lightning fast release time, sitting at just under 0.4 seconds, has drawn direct comparisons to Steph Curry, and not just from fans. Former NBA players like Jeff Teague and legends like Shaquille O'Neal have publicly praised her, saying her game mirrors Curry's in both flair and execution. NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith even dubbed her the Steph Curry of women's basketball, pointing to her 38 career games with 30 points, her deep threes, and her unmatched floor vision. But with the spotlight comes pressure. From hard fouls to media hate, Clark has taken hits off the court as well. Players like LeBron James, Matt Barnes, and Shannon Sharpe have all spoken out, urging the league to protect its rising star instead of tearing her down. Despite the criticism, Caitlin continues to show up, fill arenas, and elevate the WNBA's visibility in ways we haven't seen before. Love her or not, she's the spark the league needed, and she's just getting started.